Hi, I'm Laura Hoy for Benzinga, and here's a look at what you can expect from the markets today, Friday, September 20th. U.S. markets leveled out on Thursday after posting record high gains when the Federal Reserve announced that it would continue with its stimulus spending. Most are expecting to see increased volatility in the equity markets today as index managers rebalance their portfolios. The Federal Reserve's decision to continue with its $85 billion per month stimulus plan has raised questions as to whether or not the bank can clearly communicate its intentions. Many are criticizing the Fed, saying the bank's forward guidance led most investors to believe that the taper would begin in September. Despite criticism that Apple's product pricing is too high, the new iPhone is expected to have a record debut as it goes on sale in most parts of the world today. For the first time, the phone will be released at the same time in China, and its performance there is particularly important as most believe that the price of the new phone is too high for that market. The Reserve Bank of India surprised analysts when it announced the increase of its benchmark interest rate. The bank's new governor, Raghuram Rajan, was expected to keep interest rates fixed. However, his decision to raise the interest rate has been seen as a determined effort to fight inflation. Reserve Bank of Australia board member John Edwards voiced frustration over the Fed's decision not to taper as it pushed the Australian dollar to a new 3-month high. Edwards also expressed concern that the Fed sees the U.S. economy as too weak to stand on its own. Asian markets were mixed heading into the weekend. The Japanese Nikkei was down 0.26%, and the South Korean Kospi lost 0.39%. China's Shanghai Composite was up 0.29%, and the Shenzhen Composite was up 0.49%. The Hang Seng Index had the largest gains, up 1.67%. European markets were quiet on Friday with minimal losses. The UK's FTSE was down 0.15%, the Eurozone Stock 600 was down 0.02%, the German DAX lost 0.14%, and France's CAC 40 was down 0.17%. In commodity markets, Brent futures were up 0.19%, and WTI futures lost 0.08%. Gold lost 0.76%, and silver was down 2%. In currency markets, the Australian dollar and the yen were relatively flat against the dollar. The pound gained 0.11% against the dollar, and the yen was up 0.18% against the greenback. Fifth Street Financial lost 3.61% in pre-market trade after the company announced that it had priced its public offering of 15.5 million shares at $10.31 per share. BioMarin Pharmaceutical was up 4.06% after news that Roche was looking to acquire the company. Cisco lost 1.23% in pre-market trade after Credit Suisse gave the stock an underperform rating. Facebook was up 0.57% in pre-market trade as the company worked to show the effectiveness of ads used on their site. Friday's economic calendar includes the Spanish trade balance, Eurozone consumer confidence, Canadian CPI, and Italian industrial sales. And that's it for today's Market Primer. I'm Laura Hoy for Benzinga. Good luck with your Friday trades and have a great weekend.